Good afternoon and welcome to TVM News. Today is Friday, October 21st. I'm Ellen France.
And I'm Neva Kamalanero. This week we have news about a Marywood pumpkin patch.
We also have news about the Ebola outbreak in Uganda.
And we'll check in with TVM Sports anchors Kyle Driscoll and John Downey to find in the latest in Marywood and professional sports.
Marywood is hosting a Pacer Pumpkin Patch. Be sure to stop by the art field today from 12 to 3 for the chance to pick up a pumpkin. Once your pumpkin is picked, students will have the opportunity to decorate them. Additionally, students are given the chance to paint glasses. Winners will receive prizes such as 2 tickets to Reaper's Revenge or 2 tickets to the Lakeland Orchard and Light Show.
Marywood hosted their first ever STI testing clinic this past Monday. Students were able to receive free and confidential tests thanks to Students Health Services and SGA. This test tested for gonorrhea and chlamydia, which are the 2 most common STIs in the United States.
This year's annual Flapjack Fest is approaching. Flapjack Fest is giving students the chance to submit a t-shirt design. Students can design their own screen prints for the front and back of the t-shirt, along with choosing the color of the shirt. The winner of the contest gets their design painted on the Flapjack Fest 2022 t-shirt. The deadline to submit your design is November 4th at 4:30 p.m. Admissions should be emailed to hazurich@m.marywood.edu.
Next week starts Marywood Spirit Week, starting off Monday as Meme Day, Tuesday as Decades or Character Day, Wednesday as Twin Day, Thursday as Marywood Pride, and finally Friday will be the Masquerade Ball, held at Ferretti's in Peckville at 7 p.m.
Marywood is hosting an open house next weekend. Next Saturday, October 29th, Marywood-University is opening their doors for prospective students to meet with members of the faculty, staff, and coaching staff. This event gives potential students the chance to explore several academic departments as well as meet with the admissions department. In addition to these opportunities, a continental breakfast as well as lunch will be provided. When we come back, we'll tell you about a man who threatened to kill President Biden. But first, we'll check in with Maddie for the weather.
Thank you, ladies, and welcome back to your weekly weather report. Well, as we all know, last week was absolutely freezing. Yesterday, we saw some cooler temperatures and some high winds that made walking to class not very fun. But I am happy to announce that this weekend is going to be another absolutely gorgeous weekend. Today, we're looking at sun all day and a high of 61 degrees and a low of 40. It's stunning. I'm standing here in the sun and I'm already warm. It's going to be a gorgeous weekend. Tomorrow, Saturday, we're looking at a high of 68. That's right, another weekend where we're seeing close to 70-degree temperatures. I feel like it's unprecedented for October, but we'll take it. It's absolutely gorgeous. The low tomorrow is 43. The high on Sunday is 66 with a low of 50. We are looking at some clouds for Sunday, but you know what? Clouds make the best sunsets. So we'll take what we can get, right? On Monday, we're looking at another high of 68 degrees with a low of 53. And get this, on Tuesday, we're looking at a high of 72 degrees in October. Can you believe it? I can't. The low on Tuesday is going to be 57. The high on Wednesday is also going to be 72 degrees and a low of 56. We are looking at a slight chance of rain on Wednesday. Thursday and Friday are going to be partly cloudy with a high of 68 and a low of 49. And next Friday is going to be a high of 65 and a low of 48. So good news. We're not looking at those bitter cold temperatures for next week. We are looking at a absolutely gorgeous weekend. So if you didn't get to the apple orchard or the pumpkin patch last week, you have time to do it this weekend. But make the most of it. We don't know how long these warmer temperatures are going to last. And cold's coming. I hate to tell you that, but it's going to be a gorgeous weekend. Have a great weekend, and we'll be right back after these short messages.
What if you could feel in control of your retirement in just a few clicks? At aceyourretirement.org, you can. Start with a free 3-minute chat with Avo, your friendly digital retirement coach. Just answer some simple questions like, how do you feel about your ability to save for retirement? Or in how many years do you want to retire? To get free action items customized just for you. Get your retirement back on track at aceyourretirement.org.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
A former Lancaster County police chief has been charged with indecent sexual assault. 56-year-old Todd Grafe assaulted a woman at Kalahari Water Park over the summer. He has since been fired from his police department.
A Berwick man is being charged with threatening to kill President Biden. Robert Vargo sent a letter to a member of the January 6th Congressional Committee threatening to kill the congressman and the president. Vargo sent the letter from the Luzerne County Jail, where he's being held after escaping from the facility in July.
This month, AM Vets Post 59 in Hanover Township is collecting aluminum cans to benefit veterans. The goal is to raise money for their organization since they lost a lot of money due to COVID. The money raised would go towards fixing the building so they can impact as many veterans' lives as possible.
The Scranton Police Department is looking to give back to local kids this winter. A coat drive is being sponsored by the police, encouraging donations of coats, scarves, hats, and gloves. Donations are being accepted at the police headquarters on South Washington Avenue in Scranton, and monetary donations are also being accepted. Donations will be distributed to the Scranton Intermediate students in November.
Dental hygienist students at the Pennsylvania College of Technology in Williamsport are providing free dental care to local kids. On November 5th, the college is hosting Sealant Saturday, a way to help kids get dental care without any cost. This event has been a requirement for dental hygienist students since 2003 and has treated over 1,000 kids since.
The city of Scranton has added a new holiday in honor of a military veteran. November 12th will now be known as Eddie Sporko Day in the Electric City. Sporko will be turning 100 on that day, and the Scranton native will now have a holiday in honor of him. He served in the Army during World War II, fighting in Normandy, northern France, and Rhineland, earning the Bronze Star. Sporko is already planning his 105th birthday.
A loyal Wilkes-Barre area Wolfpack fan got to become an honorary team captain. 32-year-old Paul Zagakowski was born with Down syndrome and has been at every Wolfpack football game for the past 20 years. After serving as the team's manager, Zagakowski walked onto the field last weekend during the game as an honorary team captain.
It's that time of year again. PennDOT reminds drivers to look out for deer in the roadways. It's mating season for the deer, and officials say that it's common for deer to be less mindful of the oncoming traffic. Last year, 5,700 Pennsylvania drivers were in deer-related accidents, leading to over 1,000 injuries. When we come back, we'll tell you about the rise in a flesh-eating bacteria in Florida.
Where's your emergency?
Everyone's on their way. What happened? She's dead. Yes, please get my mom and dad. Oh my God!
I'm Chris Jakimick. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is, my job is people, everyone is my business. But unfortunately in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakimick, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. My service never stops.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Flesh-eating bacteria is on the rise in Florida. The Vibrato Velicis bacteria seen an uptick this year. 65 confirmed cases from the 34 that were last year. The spike has mainly been in Lee County after Hurricane Ian hit last month. Environmental factors post-hurricane have increased the likelihood of the bacteria infections, particularly because of stagnant water.
The CDC remains confident that the Ebola outbreak in Uganda can be contained. As of Tuesday, there are 60 confirmed cases in Uganda and 24 people have been reported dead. So far, no one in the United States has Ebola, and the chances of someone bringing it to the United States is low because they would be contained upon arrival.
An FDA panel is advising a drug to prevent premature births be pulled from the shelves. The agency's Obstetrics, Reproductive, and Urology Drug Advisory Committee recommended Magnia, the only drug approved to prevent premature births, be taken off the shelves due to effectiveness and potential risk posed to women. The decision whether or not formally withdrawal to the drug resists with the FDA, who expected to make their decision within the next week.
Russian President Vladimir Putin has declared martial law in Russian-occupied Ukrainian territories. This call comes after Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky vowed to take back all the Russian-occupied territories. This struggle for territories continues as the war enters its 6th month.
A boat captain in charge of a boat caught fire in 2019 has been charged with a new count of negligence. Prosecutors allege 68-year-old Jerry Bolin was grossly negligent of the night of September 2nd when the boat was manning caught on fire, killing 34 people off Santa Cruz Island. The charge carries a maximum penalty of 10 years in prison.
The Mary Farrell Foundation has sued the Biden administration and the National Archives for not releasing important documents on the Kennedy assassination. The foundation says that as American people, it is their right to know what exactly happened and why the government is hiding it. Their push for the documents is because in 1992, President Clinton signed the President John F. Kennedy Assassination Act of 1992 that was supposed to allow the documents to be released by October 26, 2017. However, the documents have yet to be released.
The family of an Arizona man killed by police plans to sue the department. Phoenix police shot and killed 34-year-old Ali Salman on September 24th. They allege that he threw rocks at their patrol car. Attorneys for the family say that Osman did not present a threat justifiable for the level of force by the police officers. The family is seeking $85 million in damages.
2 giant pandas arrived in Qatar on Wednesday. Jing Jing and Shy Hai were sent as gifts from China ahead of the World Cup next month. The pandas will be kept in an enclosure that mimics the conditions of the forest the pandas live in China, and nearly 18,000 pounds of bamboo will be flown in for the pandas every day. When we come back, we'll check in with TVM sports anchors Kyle Driscoll and John Downey for the latest in Marywood and professional sports.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
But yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Hey, can you chop the pineapple? Chop the pineapple.
Nope. I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay. You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope. I'm high. Let's order in. Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
Well, John, while several Marywood sports this week ended their regular season, the swimming and diving team got out to a terrific start.
Wow, tell me more about it.
Sure thing, but first, here's what's going on in cross country. Marywood's men's cross country team placed 16th out of 36 teams at last week's interregional border battle at Marywood-University. Standouts included Michael McCann placing 42nd overall, while Jack Baronski shed almost a full minute off his time from last year, finishing 39th. Baronski was also named the Atlantic East Runner of the Week for the second time. Marywood's women's cross-country team placed 24th at the meet. Freshman Caitlin Newberry was the top runner for the women, placing 137th. Right behind her was Alyssa Williams. Newberry's performance landed her the first title award of her career as she was named the Atlantic East Conference Runner of the Week. Senior Paul Polk continued his dynamite season with the men's golf team. For the fourth time this season, Paul was named the Atlantic East Golfer of the Week. This comes as a Polk placed 6th at the Gino Biondi Memorial Tournament, where the team finished 3rd overall with a score of 653. The Seahawks of St. Mary's College defeated Marywood's women's field hockey team 3-2 last week. Milana Strube and Belle Coleman each scored, while Lauren Youngkin made an assist. The team's losing streak continued Wednesday as they lost 4-1 to Cabrini-University. The lone goal for Marywood was scored by Lauren Youngkin with an assist from Milana Strube. Marywood's men's soccer team fell to Marywood-University on Wednesday 3-1. A lone goal by Kyle Falcon early in the game was not enough as the Macs outshot the Pacers. Tomorrow, the men take on Newman University in their senior day game. Unlike the men, Marywood's women's soccer team was victorious against Marywood-University. The Pacers shut out the Macs 4-0. Josephine Sorchi made a goal and 2 assists, and Emily Welch scored her first goal of her collegiate career. Carly Walters made her 9th goal of the season, the highest for the team this season. Tomorrow, the Pacers also take on Newman University in Aston at 1. Marywood's men's rugby team had an undefeated run of games, defeating Bloomsburg University, Johns Hopkins University, and Franklin Marshall College. Standouts include freshman Brody Graff and Chris Wilhide scoring ties, while senior James Newig made 2 assists. The women's rugby team also found success this week, defeating DeSalle University, the University of Pennsylvania, and Lafayette College. Tomorrow, they take on Fairleigh Dickinson University at 9. Marywood's swimming and diving team started their season off on the right foot, with the women's team defeating King's College 93-66. Samantha Peck scored 2 of the first-place victories for the Pacers. The men lost to King's College despite a win by Dylan Herview in the 100 back. After an early victory against Rutgers Camden, Marymount University shut out Marywood's women's volleyball team last Saturday. Highlights include Shannon Core making 27 kills throughout the 2 matches, while Casey Hagerstrom and Michaela Meek made 9 and 8 kills respectively. Core was also named to the Atlantic East Conference Weekly Honor Roll for the 2nd time this season. Well, that's all for Marywood sports. How are things on the professional front, John?
Did you hear about the NBA returning for its 77th season?
I did not.
All right, I'll tell you more about it. In Major League Baseball, the league championship series have begun after the divisional series concluded on Tuesday. The final 4 teams standing are the Yankees, Astros, Padres, and Phillies. The National League is the battle of the underdogs, with the lowest seeded teams remaining facing off, and then the American League having the 2 favorites and rivals facing off. This has been one of the most entertaining postseasons in a while, and just 7 wins remain for a team to hoist the World Series trophy. The National Basketball Association has returned with its 77th season. Experts across basketball feel that there are 11 real championship contenders, which is crazy to think about considering it's a 30-team league. Nearly half of the league has what it takes to raise the trophy, which should make for an interesting and entertaining season. Moving over to the National Football League, which is already into Week 7, many teams have shocked the world so far. It feels good to say that New York football is back. With the New York Giants bringing in new head coach Brian Daboll to lead, he has done a great job getting his team to a 5-1 record to start the season. This has provided the team with great confidence. Then there's the New York Jets, who may be the most shocking team in the league this year, with a 4-2 record so far. Coach Robert Saleh has helped the Jets in his 2nd season gain an identity and mojo that is rubbing off on his players. Especially the defense, who ranked 32nd in the league last year, now is top 10 and improving each week. These 2 teams are showing that they can be successful with a coach that believes in them and strives for hard work rather than showing up with the most talent. That's all for sports. We'll be back after these messages.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smoke Bear. I got more to say than just,
only you can prevent wildfires.
like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fires. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously. And let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
A bakery in California made a life-size Han Solo out of bread. Hannah Lee Pervin and her mother, Catherine, are the co-owners of One House Bakery in Benissa, California. The two built a 6-foot-tall replica of Han Solo in carbonite as seen in The Empire Strikes Back. The project, named Han Solo, is on display for at the bakery for all to see. I gotta be honest, the scene where he gets frozen in carbonite upset me so much as a child that I don't think I could be able to look at the bread version because it upset me so much as a kid because I was so in love with him.
Who do you think's gonna eat 6 feet of bread?
Some weirdo. I don't know. That's gonna do it for this week's edition of TVM News. From everyone at TV-Marywood, thanks for tuning in.
Be sure to follow TVM-Marywood's YouTube page and like the TVM Facebook page to stay updated on the latest happenings and watch additional content. I'm Neva Kamal.
And I'm Ellen Franz. Have a great weekend, Marywood.